If Martha Dandridge had not met George Washington and they had gotten married, he would not have had the means to do what he did to start this great country of ours. There's a phrase that I'm sure you're all familiar with: behind every great man is an even greater woman. This has been true since the beginning of our country and long before. Now, I'm not taking anything away from George Washington. He is number one in line at Mount Rushmore. We've all probably got him on money in our wallet. He is the founding father. He is a great motivator of people and military genius, similar to someone else I might remind you of standing here. But without Martha's resources, and without Martha being unusual for her time, George Washington would not have been able to go and do what he did. Now, I call myself the First Lady's Man. This is because I have traveled to every home, farm, church, train station, museum, library, birthplace, place of death, cemetery, crypt, and general store that relates to every First Lady, from Martha to Michelle. November of 2012, I started out on my first trek through Virginia and started with the ladies almost in chronological order, but sometimes we would go out if the locations overlapped, like the Tylers of the 10th administration were in Virginia, so I got to cover them on the first trip. And then Jane Pierce, who would be later, was near the Adamses in Quincy, so some overlap, but for the most part, I followed in line with all these women. So when you go to all these places and you see these things, you can't help, I couldn't help, but have a personal connection to these women. I've seen the room where Edith Wilson was born. I've seen the room where Lucy Hayes died. I've seen Barbara Bush's scrapbooks, hundreds of scrapbooks, hundreds of pages in hundreds of scrapbooks of the time since she met George H.W. Bush to today. Personal pictures, family pictures, letters that probably I wasn't supposed to read, letters that no one was supposed to read. I went to Jefferson's honeymoon suite, the only building standing, when he took his wife, Martha Jefferson, up the hill in the snow for their honeymoon to Monticello. Two-room stacked structure in the middle of winter. They don't open that to most people. They don't open that to the public. I've seen the bedrooms, I've seen the closets, I've seen the family rooms, the parlors, the jewelry boxes that are still in some of these homes and houses and facilities that look like the presidential couple, the First Lady, has just walked out to go to the store. And you open it up and things are left there exactly as they were. So this is the type of adventure that I was on for a year and a half. And this is the information that I accumulated, the footage that I acquired, the interviews that I did, which led me to giving this presentation today.